Grief affects us in ways no other tragedy does. So how do we move through grief with grace and courage? When you have the right mindset, you can live your best life at any age. Hi, I'm Leslie Zan. Whether you're planning for retirement or living a retired life, you can expect to encounter grief at any time of life. We often hear how life's toughest moments are our best lessons. Well, yes, they can be, when we choose to make them our best lessons. Today, I'm sharing a personal story of one way I overcame devastating loss and grief. Now, it may be a little unorthodox, and yet I've learned from experience there's no right or wrong way to grieve or move through unexpected setbacks. In 2010, I came home from a business trip to discover my husband was having an affair and our marriage was over. Well, in the throes of grief during those first few months, one thing became crystal clear. I was ditching his complicated and hard-to-spell last name. And I didn't want to exchange my complicated married name for an equally complicated maiden name. I wanted a new last name. I started with the first and middle names I was given at birth, Leslie Ann. And next, I looked to the stars. In numerology, there are 3 abundance letters, H, Q, and Z. I called my mom and told her my idea. She knew about abundance letters and agreed to play along. Q was never a consideration. H, Leslie Han. We were both silent. It didn't warrant further discussion. Leslie Zan. Again, silence. And then we both started laughing hysterically. 3 days later, without hesitation, I went online and legally changed my name to Leslie Zan. No middle name, though. Even I don't have the energy to pull off Leslie Ann Zan. Changing my name was one way of taking charge of my grief in a life that was spinning out of control. I wanted transformation. I wanted it on my terms. Claiming my new name was a start on this journey. Hey, if my story is making you think about your life, hit the like button and subscribe so you can see more videos like this. And tell me in the comments below about a time you had to overcome grief and what did you do? Looking back, I'm reminded of Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby. A major theme of the book is the past can't be repeated and we all have to move forward in life. Becoming Leslie Zan allowed me to put the past in the past, reinvent myself, and move forward. Whether planning for retirement or living a retired life, this is a great lesson. And yet, I've got to say, like all of us, I continue to face moments of paralyzing doubt and grief and fear. Obviously, changing my name each time this happens is not an option. To ground myself during the toughest times, I turn to a passage from a favorite author of mine, Mark Nepo. When our days are turbulent and troubled, our challenge is to remember that the wave is not the sea. Though it pounds us, the pounding will pass. Though it tosses us about, the tossing will pass if we don't fight it. Often our fear misleads us to stay in close to shore when the safest place is in the deep if we can get there. Any swimmer knows, stay too close to shore and you will be battered by the surf and undertow. We must swim out past the breakers if we are to know the hammock of the deep. Stay on land or make it to the deep. It is the in-between that kills. Think about your life. What doubts, fear, or grief have historically kept you on land, or worse, kept you in the in-between, where you're too fearful to take action? As we move into the 3rd chapter of life, we can expect the waves of grief to roll in more frequently. We must learn not to confuse the wave with the sea. The water will not always be over our heads. It's just a temporary swell. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button and remember to share it with your friends. Also, hit the subscribe button, and after you do that, click the bell icon to get notified every time I post a new video, and that way, you won't miss a thing. And remember to tell me in the comments below about a time you had to overcome grief and what did you do? Here's to your life as an inspired retired. Let's talk again soon.